Okay, so let's talk about the first debate. My God. Where to begin? Can we all just be honest for a minute, okay? To the Democrats.
What are you thinking?
This was so bad for Joe Biden. Finally, it became undeniable that the man is suffering from cognitive decline. Like, what the heck was this?
This is the guy who says the state should be able to have it. We're a state where in 6 weeks, you don't even know whether you're pregnant or not, but you cannot see a doctor and have him decide on what your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this is a little like saying we're going to turn civil rights back to the states, let each state have a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in, they talk about that. But here's the deal: there's a lot of young women by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
Joe Biden needs to drop out. He needs to. If he doesn't, Trump wins. So, thank you, Democrats. This was not a good night for Democrats. The 33% that voted that somehow Joe Biden won this presidential debate, I'm sorry, but you are suffering from cognitive dissonance. There's no way anyone can make a reasonable, cogent argument to tell me that Trump lost that debate and Biden somehow won it. Like, they both lied, okay? They both lied last night. If the best thing the Democrats can rely on right now is that Trump lied, like, I'm sorry, you have issues. Trump was the most cogent he's ever been. Trump was the most calm he has ever been. Trump was the most presidential he had ever been in probably 8 years. I have never seen him perform like that. Yes, Trump did start off strong and got weaker in the second half, while Biden started off extremely weak and got slightly stronger in the second half. But the clear differences between them, just incompetency, make it impossible for anyone to say that Biden was able to catch up by the end, especially when you consider his closing statement.
What I did, for example, he wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. Well, guess what? We got it down to $35 for insulin instead of $400. No more than $2,000 for every senior, no matter how much prescription they need. You know what that did? That reduced the federal debt by $160 billion over 10 years because the government doesn't have to pay the exorbitant prices. I'm going to make that available to every senior all along, it's happening now, and everybody in America. He wants to get rid of that. I'm going to make sure that we have child care. We're going to significantly increase the credits people have for child care. I'm going to make sure we do something about what we're doing on lead pipes and all the things that are causing health problems for people across the country. We're going to continue to fight to bring down inflation and give people a break.
Now, are the Democrats going to remove Joe Biden? Who really knows at this point? They've sort of put themselves in a situation where if they replace Biden with anyone but Michelle Obama, it's clear as day Camilla is going to get angry that she was passed over. These debate rules, they helped Trump. They did. They backfired on Biden. If Trump was cutting Biden off while Biden was going on his tangents, it wouldn't have looked so bad and he would have had some cover. But because Trump's mic was silenced and he couldn't say anything, he let Biden hang himself. This was a terrible idea. Whoever thought this was a good idea in the Biden campaign should have been fired like 15 minutes after the debate started. Some people might be questioning, was it really that bad? You as the audience, please tell me what Biden meant here.
We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
Now, the funny thing is, Trump could have gone really hard against Biden, but he really only threw him under the bus once when it came to the competency claims.
That's not the right way to go. What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Now, by the second half, both of them basically stopped answering the question that was being asked of them and more focused on what the person said in the question before or whatever they wanted to say. This happened time and time again. The most prevalent one was probably the childcare question. Both of them barely answered this question at all. I think Biden touched on it for like a couple of seconds at the end of a question, and then he went on another tangent, while Trump basically over and over again went back and attacked Biden. Eventually, they started arguing about who was a better golfer.
And I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8. But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
Let's not act like children.
It was strange to say the least, but let's just say there's no chance that I believe Joe Biden can drive that ball farther than Trump. There's no way. I'm sorry.
I think Biden can do that. I don't think so.
And this claim that I'll play you if you carry your own bag. Joe Biden couldn't carry a golf bag for more than 50 steps. Like, no one actually believes that. No one believes that. No one, let me make it clear. No one believes that. The world got to see what Biden was really like. Like, just look at the man staring off. This is a pure sign of somebody who's not all there. And you can say Biden's camera was slightly to an angle. You can say he wasn't looking directly at it as a result of that. Come on, people. Watch this and tell me what he's doing right here.
Because some states, Democrat run, take a lot of that. There's no way it's the same thing. After your
He's looking up. He's looking down. He looks like he's off in space. Like his eyes all of a sudden get bad. Like all of a sudden his eyes are like this. And he's like, seriously, come on, Democrats. Is this seriously the best you can put forward? That was bad. It was so bad that people need to seriously consider invoking the 25th Amendment and removing him from office. If I was China or Russia right now, I'd be laughing. Like, seriously, I would be laughing. He's not in charge. He's clearly not in charge. This is a Canadian telling you, your leader is clearly not in charge. Somebody else is making these decisions. I don't even think it's Camilla. Like, if we're being completely honest, it's probably not Camilla. She also seems like she's a little out of there. To the Republicans, keep it calm, keep it relaxed, keep it more presidential. You need to keep Trump under control because sometimes he goes off on these tangents. I get that he's a salesman and his way of selling things is to oversell them, but sometimes it's just like, we have the best water. Like, what is this right here?
I want absolutely immaculate clean water, and I want absolutely clean air, and we had it. We had H2O. We had the best numbers ever, and we were using all forms of energy, all forms, everything. And yet, during my 4 years, I had the best environmental numbers ever. And my top environmental people gave me that statistic just before I walked on the stage, actually.
And like, my environmental experts just told me these numbers before I came out. What numbers? They told you had the best water ever? Like, Trump, come on. Like, that's Trump's biggest hurdle, is that's what the Democrats are hounding on over and over and over again, are the lies, the lies, the lies. Now, they don't have much of an argument right now because Biden both lied and looked like he was senile and incompetent, but this is what the Democrats are going to hound to the moderates to try to get them to vote for Joe Biden. Now, I don't think a lot of them are going to vote for Joe Biden. I could see more of them moving over to Kennedy right now, but he also has an issue when it comes to competence, thanks to that whole brain worm story he admitted to a couple of months ago. As for the Democrats, I hope you're prepared to lose. Like, this is bad. This is bad. I have never seen a debate this bad. Not in a professional setting, not in a non-professional setting, not at university. And then you're telling me that he spent 5 days prepping for this? 5 days. 5 days he went to Camp David. 5 days he sat there with people and prepped. 5 days he was relaxed. Is bad. It's bad. There's no spinning this. I'm sorry. There is no spinning this, Democrats. No spinning this. You cannot fix this. You can hope for two things right now. Either you replace him, though I don't know who you're going to replace him with, to be honest. People have thrown out Michelle Obama, but I don't see her running. Like, I get she's popular, but you have a couple months. You have a couple months at best to try to convince people that this is a good idea. Secondly, you're basically saying democracy doesn't matter. The donors are going to decide the candidate in the end. So if you really want to tell all the Democrats that, like, go right ahead. I think that's going to backfire in your face. Your other option is to keep Biden in office. I don't know how you win. I don't know. I don't know how you win. I don't get it. He's incompetent. He is incompetent. He cannot speak properly. He cannot remember basic facts. There's no doubt in my mind that the Robert Hur investigation into the documents, if that transcript was released with the audio tape, the transcript would not match the audio tape, and the audio tape would be really, really bad.
The evidence and the president himself put his memory squarely at issue. We interviewed the president and asked him about his recorded statement. Quote, "I just found all the classified stuff downstairs," end quote. He told us that he didn't remember saying that to his ghostwriter. He also said he didn't remember finding any classified material in his home after his vice presidency. And he didn't remember anything about how classified documents about Afghanistan made their way into his garage.
It would be as bad as the debate, except it would be like hours and hours, and it would just be the two of them, and it would be him forgetting over and over and over and over again basic facts. Like he said, like when his son died. Like, is this really any surprise? Like, there are dozens of examples of Joe Biden forgetting things, and like, these people just lied to us. They lied to us over and over again, saying he was fine, he'll be okay. Joe Biden behind doors has a great memory. You don't know what you're talking about. It's all conspiracy theories. It's all lies. These people can never be trusted again. Let's take the White House spokesperson.
He is not just my boss, but, he's also a mentor to me. And I spent sometimes countless hours with him, whether it's in the Oval Office, whether it's on the road. And I believe, for me, you're asking me my personal opinion, he is sharp. He is on top of things.
She is a liar. She is a paid liar. Let's take Joe Scarborough. when he said that Joe Biden was cognitively fine.
For years now. He's cogent. But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. If you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
He is a liar, and he is a paid liar. You have to stop trusting these people. I understand you don't like Trump. I understand he has some issues. But look at what they have done to your party. You are an embarrassment to the world. As a Canadian, I am telling you, Joe Biden is more of an embarrassment than Justin Trudeau right now. And look at Justin Trudeau's poll numbers in Canada. And there is an upcoming election next year. If you want to lose as bad as Justin Trudeau, keep Biden on. But I'll be honest, you should probably just take the L right now. It's 4 years. He's not as bad as you said he was. And if you calm down now, it might not be so bad for you all. In the end, good luck, Democrats. You're going to need it.